Welcome to MogulCast, where we uncover the stories behind the world's greatest business empires. Let's get into today's story.
June 2026. Tara. Warren Buffett's net worth, $130 billion. The same man who filed his first tax return at 14, declaring a $35 deduction for a bicycle. No flashy tech, no crypto, no meme stocks. Just a 95-year-old who turned patience into the most profitable strategy in history. This is the full story, and it is more boring and more powerful than you think. Omaha, 1941. A 11-year-old boy buys his first stock. 3 shares of City Service preferred at $38 each. The stock plunges to $27, then rebounds to $40. He sells, only to watch it climb to $200. That $12 profit cost him $160 in future gains. The lesson? Never sell too soon. He would spend the next 80 years proving it. At 14, Buffett was delivering newspapers, 500 papers a day, 7 days a week. He mapped routes, optimized stops, and turned $175 a month into $1,200 a year. He bought 40 acres of farmland with his savings. The kid who hated school loved numbers, and one decision made in his teens would define his entire career. We will come back to that. 1956. Buffett starts his first partnership with $105,000 from family and friends. His rule? No losses. Ever. In 5 years, he grows the fund by 251%. By 1962, he's a millionaire. But his real breakthrough comes when he buys a struggling textile company called Berkshire Hathaway. It's a mistake he'll regret, but one that will make him billions. 1965.1. Buffett takes control of Berkshire Hathaway. He pivots from textiles to insurance, buying National Indemnity for $8.60 million. The insurance float, premiums collected before claims are paid, becomes his secret weapon. By 1970, Berkshire's book value grows at 20% annually. But not everyone is celebrating. Wall Street calls him old-fashioned. They're about to be proven wrong. Buffett's strategy? Buy wonderful companies at fair prices. Hold forever. Ignore the noise. In 1972, he buys See's Candies for $25 million. It generates $2 billion in profits over the next 50 years. But here is what the media completely got wrong about this. He didn't just buy undervalued stocks. He bought businesses he understood, inside and out. 1988, Buffett starts buying Coca-Cola stock. Over the next year, he accumulates $1 billion worth, 7% of the company. Critics call it a mistake. Coke stock is stagnant, but Buffett doesn't care. He knows the brand. He drinks 5 Cokes a day. By 2023, his stake is worth over $25 billion. The lesson? Invest in what you know. 2008. The financial crisis hits. Lehman Brothers collapses. The S&P 500 plunges 38%. Berkshire's book value drops 9.6%. But Buffett, he's buying. He injects $5 billion into Goldman Sachs, $3 billion into General Electric. The deals include lucrative warrants. By 2013, those investments return over $10 billion. The crisis wasn't a disaster. It was an opportunity. 2020. The pandemic crashes markets. Buffett's airline stocks, bought just months earlier, plummet. He sells them at a $5 billion loss. Critics call it a rare misstep. But Buffett doesn't panic. He knows one thing: the best businesses survive. And if you've made it this far, you already understand something most analysts completely missed. His strategy was never about perfection. It was about patience. 2023. Berkshire Hathaway's cash pile hits $157 billion. Buffett, now 93, is sitting on more cash than the GDP of most countries. But he's not hoarding. He's waiting for the right deal, for the right price, for the next C's, Candies, or Coca-Cola. And that one decision from his teens, it's the reason he's never had to rush. Buffett's legacy isn't just his wealth. It's the proof that boring works. From 1965 to 2023, Berkshire's book value grew at 19.8% annually, double the S&P 500. A $100 investment in 1965, $4.50 million today. But the real lesson: most investors can't stomach the boredom. They chase the next big thing. Buffett? He just waits. Remember that decision we mentioned at the start? The one from his teens? It wasn't about stocks. It was about taxes. Buffett learned early that compounding works best when you don't interrupt it. So he avoided debt, avoided speculation, and avoided paying unnecessary taxes. That one rule? It's why his $130 billion fortune is still growing, tax-efficient, steady, and relentless. Berkshire Hathaway owns over 60 companies, from Geico to Dairy Queen. It employs over 390,000 people. Its market cap, over $800 billion. Buffett's personal fortune? $130 billion. And that $12 mistake from 1941? It taught him the most valuable lesson of his life. Time is the most powerful force in investing. The lesson? Most people overcomplicate investing. Buffett's strategy is simple: buy great businesses, hold forever, ignore the noise. But simple doesn't mean easy. It takes discipline, patience, and the willingness to look boring while everyone else chases the next big thing. The question is, can you do it? If you want to understand how this pattern repeats across every major business success, the next video covers a story with eerie parallels. A founder who turned simplicity into a trillion-dollar empire. That one is next.
That's the story for today on MogulCast. If you found this valuable, subscribe and hit the bell. A new empire story drops every single weekday. See you tomorrow.